Hi, it's Stephen here from Sound of a Nation Wave, and this is day 22 of the May Daily Draws. So, as we start a new week, let's see what message we get. And I'll be taking the first card from the Universal Celtic Tarot, followed by an oracle card from the Seasons of the Witch Beltane Oracle. So, let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, here we go. And today I'll go there. And our card today is the Queen of Pentacles. So, the Queen of Pentacles. What are we wanting to manifest and develop and nurture in our lives? Maybe this is a card where we need to nurture ourselves as well. Because Pentacles can be about our physical person, our physical existence, our bodies, our physical world. We need to be taking care of ourselves because the Queen's usually a nurturing, caring sort of figure. So this cusp would come into us to make sure that we're looking after ourselves, that we're taking care of ourselves, and including physically. Are we getting enough rest? Are we eating the right things? Are we being active? You know, do we have health issues? Do we need to make sure that we're taking care of those the best that we can? If we're undergoing treatment, if we're taking medication, make sure we take that medication as we're supposed to, as far as we're able to. All these different things. And also, having time to rest, but also being active as well, not sitting around all the time, becoming too sedentary, where, we keep our bodies moving, keep the energy, physical energy moving. But not to an excess that we become exhausted and overtired and worn out. And when we do get tired, we need to sleep. And if we're having trouble sleeping, maybe that's an issue that we need to look at and maybe seek help over if we can't resolve the issue ourselves. So maybe this is just a card at the beginning of this week to make sure that whatever we do this week, not to neglect our physical well-being, not to just push ourselves too far, not to. Yes, we may have things we need to get done, but we need to do it in a way that is at a pace that we can live with. And I don't mean this we're going to be comfortable all the time, because sometimes we do have to exert ourselves physically and just put some elbow grease in or whatever it is that if you understand that term, put some physical work in. And and something it is work. Sometimes it's not, but it needs to be done. But in a way that's in proportion to what we need to do, and not to go over the top, not to be too obsessed with getting things done that we neglect our physical well-being. Yes, we may do things that make us a bit tired, but that's where the rest comes in. That's where the sleep comes in, to rejuvenate before the next day. If there's anything wrong with that, then we need to address that. Okay, and if we're having trouble sleeping, if our energy levels are a bit low, then we need to incorporate that into the things that we do. We need to bear that in mind, that if our energy levels are lower than what they should be or lower than normal, then we perhaps have to scale back the things that we're doing, or the intensity of the physical things, the things that we're doing, the efforts that we're making, so that we don't become excessively exhausted and tired, and that will have an impact upon our physical well-being. So what I'm saying is, just be self-aware of your physicality, of your sense of well-being. Yes, the Queen knows how to bring the things into her life, manifest the things into her life, achieve the things she needs to achieve. But she does so with a nurturing, caring, kind of mindset does it in a constructive way that doesn't harm her physicality or anything in her life. She does it in a way that helps her to grow, to be refreshed when she needs to be, and she and achieves what she needs to achieve in the midst of all that. So I think the Queen of Pentacles is coming today to say, as we start this week, make sure that we go at the pace that's suitable to our energy that we have, and that we don't, in pursuit of what we want to achieve, do harm to ourselves. Because then in the long term, it will impede our ability to do what we need to do further down the line. Okay, so interesting message today. Let's take care of ourselves. Sometimes when we think spiritually and we've got things to do and we've got the visions and goals to achieve for, sometimes we go for that at the expense of our physical well-being. But we are spiritual beings living in a physical body, and we need to be aware of that and be aware of the limitations and the needs of that. So let's see which oracle card we get today. Okay, here we go. I wasn't going to go there, but that's where it opened up. The bee. This is interesting. Don't drink all of life from one flower, for there are many to taste and many to explore. And that's another thing. And that's in the sense of don't try and get everything out of one thing, because that will just exhaust that source. Don't try and get too much out of yourself all at once, and or one opportunity or one thing. That's another thing, that we need to be varied in the things that we do, so we're not being excessive in one thing or another. That's an interesting thing, and there's no more that works more industriously than a bee. But even the bee is goes from flower to flower and doesn't take all of just one thing. He just takes a bit from each. He's proportionate in the things that he does. And I think that's the thing. Be proportionate in the things that you do to maintain your well-being. Okay, so that is today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 23. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.